We are back with part 5 of the Torque Drift 2 tuning series. This is the final part for now. Today, we will be covering turbos, ECUs, and clutch. Let's get started with turbos. Turbos scale the base performance of the engine in the tuning tab. Aftermarket turbos will have a tunable max boost parameter. You can easily adjust how much power your engine makes by reducing or increasing the pressure. Ideally, you want your turbo pressure maxed out to maximize the performance of your engine. Every aftermarket turbo has a different RPM at which they reach maximum pressure. Generally, bigger turbos will produce a lot of power, but the power will come in later in the rev range. Clutches. Every clutch in the game has a maximum torque rating. The clutch torque rating should always be higher than the engine torque to prevent clutch slippage. If the torque rating of the clutch is exceeded, all of the torque produced by the engine won't be able to reach the wheels. Keep an eye on the tuning UI. If you see a clutch max torque warning, you should consider upgrading your clutch. You will also see clutch smoke while driving, and a warning if this is occurring. ECUs allow you to change several parameters in your engine, such as max torque, a static tune-up slider that gives the engine more or less torque, ideally maxed out for more power. Max torque RPM. This parameter determines when the engine reaches peak torque. Ideally, you want it to be low enough to allow for mid-drift throttle control. But if the max torque RPM is too low, and the redline is too high, you may run into a very aggressive engine torque drop-off at redline. Idle RPM. It may seem irrelevant, but a higher idle RPM will allow the car to be more responsive coming off the handbrake, since it's already at a higher RPM. Limiter RPM. This slider allows you to control the redline RPM of your engine. A higher redline may yield higher horsepower due to larger torque availability. Lowering and increasing engine redline will also yield different wheel speeds at redline. Limiter time and limiter throttle. The duration of the ECU's ignition cut in milliseconds, and the corresponding throttle percentage during the fuel cut. These don't provide any major performance gains, but give you the opportunity to change how your engine behaves at redline. Backfires. A newer addition thanks to the 0.11 update. When the car's engine is getting more fuel than it needs, a rich fuel-to-air ratio is the result, and any excess fuel is burnt and exits through the exhaust. While the game doesn't specifically allow tuning the air-fuel ratio, we have simplified the system to backfire frequency and intensity, scaling from small pops and bangs to large flames and sparks. Thank you so much for watching our tuning series. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment if you have any ideas for future videos you would like to see.